Date of supply. 1. Introduction. The concept of the date of supply is a fundamental principle in the UAE VAT system. It plays a critical role in determining the correct tax period in which VAT becomes due and payable to the Federal Tax Authority, FTA. Properly identifying and applying the date of supply ensures that VAT is reported on time and prevents non-compliance, penalties, and potential disputes with tax authorities. This document provides a detailed explanation of how to determine the date of supply for various transactions involving goods and services under Article 25 of Federal Decree Law No. 8 of 2017 on value-added tax, along with practical examples and guidance. 2. Why is the date of supply important? The date of supply dictates when VAT becomes due on a supply, the tax period in which the supply must be declared in the VAT return, the timing of the obligation to issue a tax invoice and the corresponding payment of VAT to the FTA. Incorrectly identifying the date of supply can result in late declaration of VAT, exposing the business to administrative penalties, cash flow issues, especially if VAT is paid late due to incorrect dating, increased risk of audit triggers from the FTA if reporting does not match supporting documents. 3. Date of supply for goods. Detailed rules and scenarios. The law distinguishes between different types of goods transactions, each having its own rule for identifying the date of supply. The correct date is usually the earliest date when any of the specified conditions are met. 3.1 Goods transferred under supplier's supervision. If the supplier directly supervises the physical movement of goods, for example, the supplier arranges transportation and tracks delivery, the date of supply is the actual date the goods are transferred to the recipient. Example: a supplier delivers machinery to a customer's factory on 15th April 2025. The supplier's team supervises loading and unloading the machinery. Date of supply is equal to 15th April 2025. 3.2 Goods placed at recipient's disposal, without supplier supervision. If the goods are simply made available to the recipient for collection, for example, at a warehouse, and the supplier does not supervise the transfer, the date of supply is the date the goods are made available for collection or delivery. Example: goods are placed at the recipient's disposal on 10th March 2025 for self-collection from a warehouse. Date of supply is equal to 10th March 2025, even if the recipient collects the goods later. 3.3 Goods supplied with assembly or installation. If the supply involves goods that require the supplier to assemble or install them, the date of supply is the date the assembly or installation is completed. Example: a supplier delivers and installs office equipment at the customer's premises. Installation is completed on 1st June 2025. Date of supply is equal to 1st June 2025. 3.4 Imported goods. For goods imported into the UAE, the date of supply is the date the goods are imported as per the customs legislation applicable in the UAE. Example: goods arrive at Dubai Customs on 5th July 2025, and customs clearance is completed the same day. Date of supply is equal to 5th July 2025. 3.5 Returnable goods. For goods supplied on a returnable basis, the date of supply is the earlier of the date the recipient formally accepts the supply, or no later than 12 months after the goods were transferred or made available. Example: goods were delivered to a distributor on 1st August 2024, with a 12-month right of return. The distributor accepted the goods on 15th September 2024. Date of supply is equal to 15th September 2024, earlier of acceptance date or end of 12 months. 4. Date of supply for services. For services, the date of supply is the date the service is fully completed. Example: a consulting project was completed and signed off on 20th June 2025. Date of supply is equal to 20th June 2025. 5. Default rule based on payment or tax invoice. If none of the above rules apply, the fallback provision applies. In this case, the date of supply is the earlier of the date payment is received for the supply, or the date the tax invoice is issued. Example: goods were delivered on 5th May 2025, but no transfer supervision or assembly applied. The supplier issued a tax invoice on 8th May 2025, and the customer paid on 12th May 2025. Date of supply is equal to 8th May 2025, tax invoice date, as it is earlier than payment date. For more details, contact us.